down. Code 3. Code 3.
John, let me warn you. It's bad. Real bad. It's Hickman.
Hickman? Bob Hickman?
He's been badly mutilated, John. Tortured, really.
My God, Sam. Has Bob's wife, Catherine, been informed?
When the call came in, I was told Hickman's captain was headed to their house. They have a little girl, don't they?
Yeah, Valerie. Her name is Valerie.
Look, John, I know you and Bob went back a long way.
A long way? Hell, Sam, Bob and I went through the academy together. We shared a ride for 5 years. I'm that little girl's godfather. Sam, Bob was my best friend. Yeah, you could say we went back a long way.
I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. Sorry the city is so full of dirtbags, creeps, and losers. Bob was a great guy, Sam. A great cop. Who the hell would do this to him? What the hell was he doing out there?
I don't know, John. It's your job to find out. My job is to pick up the body and find the cause of death.
Officer Woodbury, I'm taking over as lead investigator.
Yes, sir, Detective Carey. I have my crime scene log for you.
Were you the first on the scene?
Yes, sir. Officer Allen and I were on patrol. He was driving. As we passed the alley, I looked to my right. I saw the body. We radioed it in, stopped, set up the perimeter. I didn't know it was Hickman until we got up to the body. I can tell you, sir, I was shocked. He was the last person I expected to see. He was a fine officer.
Sir, did you see any unusual activity or unfamiliar cars in the neighborhood?
I hear shots, fast, like pop, 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 pop.
What time might you have heard these shots, sir?
It pop, 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 pop. And I just hear them shots. I was scared.
I'll be stepping in as lead investigator, officer. Can you tell me what the situation was when you got here?
Yes, sir. Woodbury and I were on our regular patrol. We spotted the body as we drove by. We radioed in, then moved in on the scene. We checked the alley for possible assailants, but found no one. Everything is pretty much as it was when we arrived.
That's it?
Yes, sir. The body was just lying there. I didn't know him, but Woody told me that the deceased was a cop, undercover guy working the neighborhood. Oh, Pittman or something like that.
It's Hickman, and yes, he was working the crash unit, although I didn't know he was working this neighborhood. You've never seen him before, and this is your regular district?
Yes, sir, that is correct. I've never seen him before.
Hello, Chester. Thanks for coming out.
Standing by, Detective Carey, ready to collect samples or evidence if needed. You haven't properly marked or notated any evidence, Detective. Let me know when you have.
I'm Detective Carey, Major Crimes, Homicide, LAPD. I'd like to ask you a question or two.
Whatever, man. I'm just hanging.
Let's start with your name. What is it, and do you live in the neighborhood, or are you just visiting?
Man, this be my hood. I mean, I be Raymond Jones III.
Well, Raymond, if this is your neighborhood, then you must know what goes on around here. What happened here tonight? You see anything unusual? Maybe a different car or some folks from another neighborhood?
Ain't seen nor heard nothing, and just out for some fresh L.A. air.
So, Mr. Jones, what...
That's straight up. Ain't seen nothing.
Sam, do you have a preliminary finding on Hickman's cause of death?
It's hard to say, John. There are no evident bullet wounds. There are cervical contusions, possibly asphyxiation. There's no unusual sputum, so it's difficult to think poisoning, but I'm not ruling anything out. Whoever did this was definitely non-compos mentis. By the way, notice that the index finger on the right hand is missing.
The tortured and tormented body of Bob Hickman, LAPD, lies lifeless among the alley debris. An obvious case of felonious homicide. Recording information at the crime scene ensures accurate reports later. Noting that a cigarette lay near the body could prove important later. Graffiti is often left behind by gangs. Recording the symbol could prove useful. The tortured and tormented body of Bob Hickman, LAPD, lies lifeless among the alley debris. An obvious case of felonious homicide. The tortured ellipse... Detective, this cigarette could be evidence.
Detective Carey.
The body of a young boy lies strewn in the dumpster. The crime scene log is to be included with the rest of your paperwork. The crime scene log is to be included with the rest of your paperwork. Recording information at the crime scene ensures accurate reports later.
John, have you found something?
Officer, I want you to notify Detective Headquarters and Communications we've discovered another homicide. Approximate age, 6 years, apparent victim of gunshot wounds. Have Detective Headquarters run a search on children reported missing, matching this child's description.
Yes, sir.
It looks like it's going to be a busy night for you, Chester.
Unfortunately, our streets are being taken over by violence. Innocent people being killed. It's uncivilized, sir.
Chester, take over on the evidence.
Yes, Detective. Whenever you're ready, fellas, I'm finished.
John, we can handle it from here. Stop by tomorrow for the autopsy. We'll know more then.
Harry Hickman's death isn't just your personal tragedy. It's a tragedy for the entire force. We've lost a friend, a father, and one damn good cop. As you know, you've been assigned the lead investigator on this case, and I'm going to be looking to you for answers. I'm going to ask you to put aside your personal feelings and deal with this investigation in a professional manner. If you don't think you're up to it, I want to know now. Neither you, the public, nor the department can withstand not knowing the truth. I want you to comb that neighborhood. I want every rock turned over and every person interviewed. Remember, Hickman was not the only fatality tonight. The family of that boy is grieving also.
Yes, sir.
For your information, the boy has been identified as Bobby Washington. As for Hickman, I think there is something you should know. Maybe you already do. But here it is straight. Hickman's lieutenant, Jim Varaz, informed me that Hickman was having trouble with stress, trouble at home. Varaz told me that Hickman had been in a fragile mindset, that working undercover was getting to him. You know, the violence of the streets can get to anyone. Now, I'm not knocking Hickman. I just want you to know how the department viewed his current capacity. Okay, Carey. You know what you need to do. Go out there and do it. Find who killed Hickman. Find who killed the Washington youth. Any questions?
No, Lieutenant.
All right, then. Get to work. And, Carey, when you see Catherine, please extend my deepest sympathies. Time's a-wasting, Carey. Get out there and find this sicko.
Too bad about Hickman, Junior. Guess this hit you pretty hard, huh? Well, hell, don't let it. Damn scumbags out there. They're just goddamn lucky I'm a desk jockey. If I was on the street, I'd whip their collective disrespectful butts. You know, Junior, this case is gonna generate a lot of paperwork and a lot of calling. You're just goddamn lucky you got me as your partner in this one. Damn lucky.
Hal, have you heard from the coroner's office?
Yeah, like you're their first priority, Junior. They're probably still in the kitchen. Besides that Nobles, he's the kind that likes you to come to him. Like we ain't got enough to do than go down to that garbage disposal.
Hal, the lieutenant was pretty direct about the paperwork on this case.
Hell, Junior, I already got our murder book set up. I might be afflicted with this damn diabetes, but I ain't lame. You just make sure you do your part. You're the one needing to write up the damn reports. I just gotta file them.
Hal, do you always have to be so obnoxious?
Hell, Junior, I'm on my third wife. Been 25 years on the force, seen things no man should have to. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess you're right, Hal.
It's your very own desk. The photograph taken of you and Hickman at the lake, the time you caught the big one. You take a 3.14 follow-up report form out of your desk drawer. Those two items don't go. Alley crime scene. The simulated Departmental Follow-up Form 3. The simulate. You write up a 3.14 documenting the incidents relating to the alley.
Hal, here's the Hickman crime scene log. It was prepared by Officer Woodbury from the 77th.
Hey, you're damn lucky you got me taking care of this book, Junior. Damn lucky.
Here you go, Hal.
Sure, Junior.
Come in. I don't have time now, Carrie. I'll talk to you later.
You call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination.
Hello, Bill.
How's it going, Detective?
Last night, the LAPD was shaken to its roots as Officer Robert Hickman, Police Officer of the Year 1992, was found brutally slain in a South Central neighborhood. Heading up the Hickman investigation is veteran homicide detective John Carey. Carey is best known for solving the murder of Lane Blair, the stunning actress featured in many of the action-adventure Straight Shots movies. Detective Carey has been unavailable for comment, and all requests for a formal statement from the department have been denied. However, we have been told by an unofficial source that the department is looking at this as a gang killing. As the investigation continues... Oh, wait, here comes Detective Carey now. Detective Carey, over here. Christy Bilden with KKAT. Detective Carey! Detective...
No comment.
Could you comment on the speculation that this is a gang-related murder?
No comment.
Detective Carey, is it true that Officer Hickman's body was found partially nude?
No comment.
What about the reports that Officer Hickman's body has been tortured and mutilated?
No comment. No comment.
Detective, would you care to comment on the cause of death? There have been reports coming out of the coroner's office that there were no gunshot wounds. Is that true?
No comment.
What do you think you're doing? Hey! The physical abuse I have just experienced at the hands of Detective Carey is consistent with the treatment I've received from this entire department in trying to report this story. As a reporter and citizen of this city, I fear for our First Amendment rights. I'm Christy Bilden, reporting for KKAT.
Entering the morgue always provides a sense of anticipation.
Hi, Detective Carey.
Hello, Sherry. I'd like to see Deputy Nobles. Is he available?
Show me your badge. You can go on in, Detective Carey.
Hello, Detective Carey. How do you stop a lawyer from drowning?
I don't know.
Take your foot off his head. Go right in, Detective. Do you know why Sam hates playing cards with dead bodies?
I don't know.
Because they have perfect poker faces.
Hello, John.
Hello, Sam. I'd like to ask you a few questions, Sam. You got a minute?
You bet, John. Fire away.
You notate the state of affairs.
Sam, what can you tell me about the youth?
Exactly what would you like to know, John?
The boy's identification? Confirmed, and if so, by whom?
The Lucky Mini Mart owner confirmed the body as Bobby Washington, a local neighborhood boy.
Has the boy's family been notified?
Yes, and as I am sure you can imagine, the mother is near hysterics. Her name is Bernadette Washington, and she lives around the corner from the alley. The poor woman is so upset she can't yet bring herself to come down and claim the body, or the few small trinkets we found on the boy.
Sam, do you have a preliminary on the boy's cause of death?
I counted 17 points of entry, John. The boy was mowed down, execution style. Cause of death? Gang violence, if you want a personal opinion. Professional opinion? The youth was killed by gunshot wounds to the head and body.
Has the boy's autopsy been performed yet?
Yes, it was, John. I was able to pull 3 slugs out of the body. They look like 9mm. I've sent them over to SID for a ballistics check. The body is in cold storage, waiting for the family.
Sam, what can you tell me about Bob?
Why don't you begin at the beginning and begin by asking me the specifics? That way I won't miss any topic you might want to explore.
Sam, have you completed Hickman's autopsy? What are your preliminary findings?
The autopsy is complete. Beyond the surface evidence, I found a ruptured gastrointestinal tract. Fluids were sampled, and I'm having toxicology tests run, including all known poisons.
Sam, will you go over the physical marks found on the body?
Yes. There are 2 injection marks on the upper left arm, the burn marks to the face and upper torso, the epoxied eyes, the missing index finger, and then there are restraint marks.
Sam, what can you tell me about the body lividity?
Lividity appears 2 places on the body, first and most notably on the buttocks. This would indicate to me that Hickman died while sitting and then was left in that position for a period of time. Or, once killed, he was moved to a sitting position and then left for a time. The second area of lividity appears on the upper back and shoulder area, and I believe resulted from the time the body spent in the alley.
Sam, do you have a preliminary back on the toxicology tests?
Not yet, John, but I believe we'll find that Hickman died of poison as opposed to, say, a heart attack. If Hickman was killed by poison, it could have been a slow and painful and quite obviously torturous death. There are signs of stress around Hickman's eyes which would indicate that he was alive when his eyes were glued shut and he attempted to open them. Also, the burn marks on the face are a bit irregular, not perfectly round. This could be attributed to Hickman jerking or pulling away as his face and body were burned. All in all, a gruesome end.
What about fibers or hairs, Sam? Were you able to find anything substantive?
Actually, John, I was able to lift fibers from the areas of restraint. I imagine these will turn out to be rope of some kind. Of course, the body was covered in alley debris, so it is difficult to determine what extraneous materials will actually pertain to the killer or killers.
Rather grabby, aren't you? Rather Detective, to whom do you wish to speak? This is County Coroner Examining Room 275A. You pick up Bobby Washington's personal belongings envelope. You pick up Hickman's personal belongings envelope.
See ya, Detective.
Goodbye, and have a nice day, Detective Carey.
To protect the innocent, your trunk is locked. Leaving? 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 Many. Leaving? Leaving? Knocking seems less intrusive than ringing the doorbell. What a cute kid Valerie is.
Hi, Valerie. How you doing?
Hi, Uncle John. You want to come in? Mom, Uncle John's here.
Hi, John. Thanks for coming over.
How are you, Catherine?
I don't know. I can't believe this has happened. It's like a nightmare. I keep hoping I'll wake up and Bob will be alive.
Catherine appears to need emotional support, not...
Catherine, I've been assigned lead investigator on this case. I need to ask you some questions. Are you feeling up to it?
I suppose so, John. I just can't believe this is happening. I don't know what to do.
Hollering in the...
Catherine, the department is aware of the fact that Bob was taking
John, how could you say that about Bob? I'm sorry, I can't talk about this right now.
Valerie, do you understand what's happened?
I think so. Mommy says Daddy's in heaven and he's not coming home anymore.
You know, Val, that you always have your Uncle John if you need anything, right? Valerie, can you remember anything that happened the night your dad went out and didn't come home?
Well, my Mommy and Daddy were fighting about his work coming home.
Was your dad bringing a lot of work home, Val?
I don't know. He always kept it in the closet.
That's a nice dress you're wearing, Valerie.
Thanks, Uncle John. It's okay.
That's a nice dress.
Thanks, Uncle.
Reaching into the pocket, you discover a prescription bottle.
Bye, Uncle John.
Knocking seems less intrusive than ringing the doorbell. What a cute kid Valerie is.
Hi, Valerie. How you doing?
Hi, Uncle John. You want to come in? Mom, Uncle John is back. Mom!
Hi, John. Thanks for coming back. I'm sorry I got so upset. I really don't know what I'm doing. Everything is happening so fast.
I understand, Catherine. I hope you're feeling a little better.
Bobby Washington. The weight of the...
Catherine, these are Bob's personal effects. They were released by the deputy coroner.
Thank you, John. Is his wedding band included?
I didn't open it, Catherine. I don't know.
John, this was Bob's Kevlar vest. I'd like you to have it. Maybe it will keep you safe.
Thank you, Catherine. Catherine, I really need to ask you some questions. Can we try again?
I'll try, John.
Catherine, can you tell me what was going on with Bob? What stress was he feeling? Was it strictly work-related?
He would tell me that he couldn't stand to see the little children and the innocent families hurt by all the street violence. He was beginning to hate the gangs. He was having a hard time staying impartial.
Catherine, Bob's gun was not found at the scene. Is it here? Do you know if he had it with him the night he went out?
His gun isn't here. I already looked. Bob's captain already asked about it.
Catherine, I can't go into the details of Bob's death due to the investigation, but if you have any questions, I'll try and answer them.
That's all right, John. I spoke with that lovely Miss Moore and Mr. Nobles at the coroner's office. I know all I need to. Thank you, John. Thank you for coming by.
Alleys can be great sources of hidden treasure, Detective.
Halt! No entrance without proper identification. That'll get you in, but you won't be able to move around without your ID. Detective. Detective, I'm wearing my ID. I serve as an example to all. Detective. Halt! No entrance without proper identification.
The photograph taken of you and...
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Fine, Detective. Just doing my job. Detective?
It's your Parker Center identification badge. It's your Parker Center It's laminated. You attach your Parker Center ID to your suit. You press the button to call the elevator. You select the second floor as your destination. This line goes forever. You select the third floor as your destination.
Crash unit, Barnes speaking.
Hello, this is Detective Carey over at Major Crimes Homicide. Is Lieutenant Varese there?
No, he's out in the field. How about I tell him you called?
That would be fine, thank you. Hal, have you made contact with the folks over at Crash? Were they able to give you any information on Bob?
Now, those boys are men, I'll tell you that, Junior. Fighting in the trenches, battling the mean streets. You're to tread lightly, Junior. They're working undercover in that neighborhood. Have been for a couple of months. Your man to talk to is Varese. You got all that, Junior? Damn. I can't get... Oh, she...
The man is conducting... You call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination. What are you? Entering the morgue always provides a sense of anticipation.
Hi, Detective Carey. Detective Carey. No time to say hello, Detective Carey? Wow, you must be real busy. Deputy Nobles is up to his elbows in an autopsy. He can't be interrupted.
The paint is dry, though it appears fresh. Talking to the wall. Graffiti mars the neighborhood. Graffiti. These same graffiti call letters appear elsewhere in the neighborhood. Recognizing the graffiti, you make a notation. The putty knife. Carey, be more specific. Carey, be more... Carey. Carey. Be more specific. You loosen the slug from the wall. 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 Carey, be more specific. Carey, be more... Carrie, you loosen the slug from the wall. You loosen the slug from the wall. You loosen the slug from the wall. Be more specific. Be more specific. Be more specific. Be more be more be more You loosen the slug from the wall. 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 Be more this slug is already loose. Be more specific. Be more specific. Be more be more Be more specific, detective. Be more specific. Be more specific.
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD, Homicide. What's your name, young man?
Emo Jones.
Do you live in the neighborhood, Emo? You have an address, maybe a phone number?
Yeah, I live here. 162 South Florence. No phone.
I'd like to ask you fellas a couple of questions.
You be the man. Ask away.
Last night there was a double murder, a police officer and a neighborhood boy, Bobby Washington. Do you know anything that might help us solve what happened to them?
I be knowing nothing. That copper? What do you be doing down here anyway?
Did you know Bobby Washington?
Gee, yeah, that little man was okay. He always be saying he gonna grow up and be the next Dave Stewart.
You a big baseball fan? I see you've got a baseball.
Yeah, baby, I like all them sports. This here ball, I find it. Find it in the field. What's lost is now mine.
If you can think of anything that might help us, why don't you give me a call down at Parker Center? Just ask for robbery homicide detective Carey. You never know when I might be able to repay the favor.
I be hearing you, baby. Yo, I be fly today. Never know when I'm gonna know something that can help.
If you can think of any, you never know.
I be hearing.
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD. Do you live around here, son?
Shit, I live with my grandma down on Hoover.
Son, what is your name?
Herbie Lewis.
Herbie, do you know anything that might help us solve last night's double murder?
Shit, no, man. I was with my granny. You ask her.
Can't think of anyone who might have wanted to see Bobby or the police officer hurt?
Shit, I just live around here, man. I don't know nothing.
Can't think of any...
Shit,
Talk is, you're a cop. Cops are bad for my business. My advice to you, keep moving.
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD. I saw you last night in the alley.
Got some spare change a fella can have? 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 God bless you.
Even the
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, okay, sure.
You were in the alley last night. I thought you might be able to tell me what you know about the murders.
Yeah, it's just popping sound. You know, I don't know.
Can you recall any unusual activity in the neighborhood last night? Any arguments or unfamiliar people?
The cop was... he was dead.
Could you be more explicit, sir?
I didn't,
Sir?
Yeah? Yeah, what?
Sir?
Yeah?
Sir?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sir?
Yeah?
Sir?
Yeah?
Sir?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sir?
Yeah?
I'm Detective Carey with the LAPD.
Everybody know who you are. You big cop. Bring big trouble.
Detective Carey, would you care to make a comment on Officer Hickman's murder?
No comment.
What are you doing? Hey!
Not too smart, big policeman. You push go on TV.
Oh, it wasn't like that. You see,
Yeah, you say for others. I see TV. I see you in neighborhood last night. You not come but for a dead cop.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Okay, you ask.
Can you tell me your name and what your position is here?
I owner of Lucky Mini Mart. I work hard for my store. My name is Kim Chi.
You said you saw me last night. Did you happen to see anything else? Anything out of the ordinary, such as different people or cars in the neighborhood?
I already told police all I know.
Well, if you think of anything, I'd appreciate hearing from you. Just call me at Parker Center. Ask for Robbery Homicide Detective Carey. By the way, Miss Chi, did you know Bobby Washington?
He was good boy. Always help me for free. He good boy. He try and stay away from gangs. No trouble. Bobby good boy.
Is there anything else you could tell me about Bobby, Miss Chi?
What to tell? Boy's either good or bad. Good boy.
I was wondering if you'd remembered anything more about last night's events?
I run business. No time to run around and do your job too. You want to buy something?
I was wondering if you'd remembered anything more about last night's events? I was wondering...
I run...
Do you recognize the man in this picture?
He shop here sometimes.
This is the murdered policeman who was found in the alley. Do you remember when you last saw him?
He police? Nah, he work at Rainbow. He cook.
No, ma'am. He was a police officer. Do you remember when you last saw him?
No, maybe couple of days.
I was wondering if you'd remembered anything more about last night's events?
I run business. No time to run around and do your job too. You want to buy something?
I was wondering if you'd remembered...
I run business.
Not everyone. Fresh fruit is a rarity in these small convenience stores.
That apple for my friend, not for sale.
I was wondering if you'd
I run business. You smart. You know a goodbye when you see it. You shop here again.
I
run.
I'm a police officer. My name is Detective Carey.
This child...
Can you tell me your name?
My name is Lysandra.
Do you know your last name?
Uh-huh. Washington. I don't know. I live down the street.
How are you today? Taking your doll out for a walk?
Me and my dolly are having a tea party.
So it's tea time.
We don't have real tea and cookies. We're pretending.
Would you and your doll like an apple?
Thank you.
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD Homicide. May I have a moment of your time?
Yes, Detective, what is it?
Mrs. Washington, I have reason to believe that a young man by the name of Ragtop Spiff might be involved with your son's murder. Does his name sound familiar?
That would be Raymond Jones. Anyone would hurt my child, it would be him. He's always showing off some gun and bragging about big money.
Mrs. Washington, if there's anything the department or I can do, please call.
There's nothing anybody can do. Nobody can bring my son home.
Mrs. Washington, can you tell me when you last saw Bobby? Was he with friends? Did he tell you where he was going?
He was heading out to play ball. He loved baseball. He always told me he was going to make me proud. He was going to be in the major leagues. He was a good boy, Detective. Never caused me any trouble. He was the man around this house. He was my little man.
Mrs. Washington, what time of day did you last see Bobby?
He left the house after dinner, maybe around 6:30. Headed over to the field to play ball. He was always over there practicing his pitching.
Mrs. Washington, what can you tell me about gang activity in your neighborhood?
I don't want to end up dead like my son, Detective. I've got a little girl who needs me. If you want to find out about the gangs around here, why don't you ask around to some of the young men? Not all our boys want to be part of a gang. Maybe one of them will talk to you.
Mrs. Washington, is there anything the department can do for you?
You can find who killed my son. You can make these streets safe for the children.
The envelope...
Mrs. Washington, these are the items found on Bobby's person the night he was killed. I'm so sorry, ma'am.
Thank you.
Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are, Spider-Man? You attack... Maybe if you press the button to call the elevator. You select the basement as your destination.
Hello, Detective. How can I help you?
Hello, Chester. What about fibers found on either of the bodies, Chester?
We're running the standard tests. Looks mostly like dirt from the alley. We'll know more a little later.
What have you been able to establish with the cigarette found in the alley, Chester?
We're in luck there, Detective. Upon testing the lipstick, we found traces of DNA. We're following through on that with additional testing. Find another cigarette with the same lipstick and maybe we'll have our killer.
Chester, have you processed Hickman's body fluids?
They're in the process, Detective. We don't have any results back yet.
Chester, have you begun ballistics testing on the slugs taken out of the Washington youth?
Yes, Detective. As a matter of fact, Hickman's service piece is on record. I'm running a match test.
Amoco industrial strength glue. The can...
Chester, I'd like you to take a look at this and see if you can match it to the glue found in Hickman's eyes. I purchased it in the neighborhood where Hickman was found. I know it's a long shot.
Hold on, Detective. I only need a sample.
Chester, I found these at Hickman's. Apparently he was taking them regularly. Could he have overdosed on these things?
Detective, these are Valium, 5 milligrams. Hickman weighed, what would you say, 170 pounds? Hickman would have to have taken what's left in this bottle and coupled it with something else to have killed himself. No, these didn't have anything to do with his death.
Chester, I pulled these from a cinder block wall not far from the alley in the 77th Street area. I'd like ballistics run on them.
I'd like to comply, Detective. However, they need to be processed first. Take them to Teddy with the appropriate paperwork and I'll get right on it. See you later, Detective Carey.
Pressing the button, you call the elevator. You select the 4th floor as your destination. You can't reach the door. You can't...
Hello, Detective Carey. Life treating you okay?
Hello, Officer Baker. Nice to see you. How's the property business, Teddy?
Busier than ever, Detective. The amount of crime is unbelievable these days. Good news is, our recovery and arrest rate is high, or I wouldn't be so busy.
Did you know Hickman, Teddy?
Yes, sir. His work with Crash always had him up here. I can't tell you how many guns he brought through here. It's amazing he lived for as long as he did working that detail.
Working out a lot, Teddy?
Yes, sir. I'm attempting the department's Ironman competition. I'm bench pressing 350 regularly.
Teddy, you ever work with the guys over at Air Support? I worked with them the other night. Good guys, all of them.
I've met a few of them. I particularly remember Lieutenant Hale, a real fine officer.
Working out a lot, Teddy?
Yes, sir. Detective Carey, how would you like these handled?
I'd like a ballistics check run on them.
I'll write up the paperwork for the ballistics test. Then they'll be shelf-stored if you need them in the future for trial, sir. I'll have this filled out in a second, sir.
Pressing the button, you call the elevator. You select the 3rd floor as your destination.
Junior, answer your phone or answer to me. You kids are all the same.
Hello, robbery homicide. This is Detective Carey. May I help you?
Yo, baby, what's up? Be emo. You be wanting a piece of the straight action, huh? I got the news for you. I know some straight-up talk. Yo, baby, yo, you hear me talking?
Yes, Emo, I'm here. Are you telling me that you have information concerning last night's murders?
Straight up, baby. I'll be waiting by the field if you be interested.
Your You call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination. That should provide some protection. You're hit. Lucky it's only a graze. You're hit. You can't reach your trunk from here? You're hit. That should provide some protection.
Police!
The shot... You unlocked the shotgun carry. Carry. You're hit. You're hit. You're hit. You're hit. Thanks, survive. That should provide some protection.
Police!
Those numerous... You're hit. You unlock... You're hit. You're hit. That should provide... You're hit.
Police!
You're... You un... Department issued 12-gauge shotgun. Handle all ammunition. There is no need to reload your shotgun at this time. There's nothing. You're hit. You're hit. You're hit. That should provide... You're hit. Lucky it's only a graze. Police! You unlock the shop. There is no need to reload your You're hit. Lucky it's only a graze. You're hit. You're hit. That should provide some protection. You're hit. You're... You're hit. You're hit. should...
Police!
You're... You There's no need to reload. You're hit. You're hit. Your T-Bird makes... That should... You're hit. Lucky.
Police!
You You're hit. Lucky it's only a graze. You're hit. You're hit. That. You're hit. Lucky it's only a graze.
Police!
You're hit. You You're... You... Hold your position. Maintain cover. You're hit. Keep quiet. Don't... You're hit. 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 You're hit.
So what's it going to be, Carey? You going to act like a pro or a spoiled brat? Have I made a mistake in assigning you a lead investigator on this case?
No, sir, I'll
have you know I've had dozens of calls this morning on you shoving that reporter yesterday. Everybody in town, from the chief to the mayor to outraged Joe citizen, saw you push her. Damn, you were all over the news.
Lieutenant, it wasn't...
Besides you appearing uncooperative, You were downright politically incorrect. You shove one more reporter, and the department's going to get slapped with a civil suit. Shoving anybody else, and I'm going to give you the boot myself.
Lieutenant, I'd like to explain.
Then there's the small issue of last night's events, Carey. Would you mind telling me what you were doing in the middle of a crash sting operation?
Sir, I received a telephone call from a possible informant. I set up a meeting. I walked into an ambush.
So it would seem, Carey, so it would seem. However, your tete-a-tete cost the department thousands of dollars and months of work. Crash has been undercover for months on that operation. They were a fly's hair away from busting a gun-running ring wide open. With your help, the only catch they made was that local punk, Spiff. Luckily for you, your informant, what's his name, Emo? What kind of name is that? Has turned into a little songbird. Emo's sitting pretty in a hospital, singing how Spiff's the one who killed the Washington boy. Emo contends that Spiff wanted the boy to deliver guns to gang members, and he wouldn't do it. The only redeeming aspect of this whole affair is that Hickman's gun was found in Spiff's apartment when they entered under warrant. SID is running ballistics on Spiff's gun to see if they match the slugs taken from the dead boy. And speaking of SID, they've run ballistics on your firearms, and they're ready to be picked up. The police commission's going to want to know where and into whom your bullets went last night. These tests are vital. Check with Chester before you head out.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Sir, it would appear to me that if Spiff is found to be connected to the Washington boy's murder, might not he also be connected to Bob's?
It doesn't work that way, Carey. While you were out being a cowboy, another body showed. The M.O. is similar, very similar. Again, it's one of our own. His name is Rene Garcia. Worked out of Hollenbeck. Garcia's body was found on the front lawn of a singer. What do they call those guys? Rappers? By the name of Yo Money. Must be some big star. I'm getting static from upstairs. Anyways, Garcia was found by this money man's bodyguard. He was walking a lady to her car that had been there for a party about 4 a.m. I want you to get over there and see what's going on. And remember, Carey, no cowboy tricks. Just try and be nice, okay?
Yeah? You can just drop dead. Goddamn broads. Hey, Junior, that was quite a shootout last night. Heard all about it. You're goddamn lucky one of those punks didn't blow your head off. Want you to listen up, Junior. Playing cowboy only takes you so far in this damn job. If you want to make it as long as I have, you're gonna have to curb your appetite for action. You hear me, Junior? You're just goddamn lucky you weren't killed.
What you see is what you see. Desks below. It's your very own desk. You take a 3.14 follow-up report form out of your desk. The simulated. You complete a 3.14 documenting the gunfight and the players involved in the ambush. Your. 'Cause 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 Hal's busy on the telephone, Carrie. Get back to him later. You call the elevator. You select the basement as your destination.
Hello, Detective. Here to pick up your firearms? They're all ready.
Thanks, Chester. I appreciate it.
You know, Detective, Nobles and I are heading over to the shortstop tonight for a beer. Would you care to join us?
Are you asking me out on a date, Chester?
Not in your wildest dreams, Detective.
What did you discover about the spent ammo I turned into property yesterday, Chester?
They match the slugs taken out of the Washington youth. They don't match with Hickman's ballistics test on file.
Chester, are you running ballistics on Spiff's gun?
Yes, I am. It looks promising as it's a 9mm and it has a high-capacity magazine.
Were you able to find anything out about the glue you sampled?
Yes, Detective. It is an industrial-strength glue which shares properties with the glue found on Hickman's eyes. The problem with tracing the glue is that it's sold all over the city, not just where you found it. We use the same brand here at Parker Center.
Chester, have you processed Garcia's body fluids?
They're in the process, Detective. We don't have any results back yet. Don't forget the shortstop tonight, Detective. Hello? Don't forget the
Pressing the button, you call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination. Notating the crime scene's relationship to the house could prove important later. Your What you see is what you get, kid. The home of your money. A beautiful and well. What you see is what you... The home of your money. Indigenous plants decorate the... Indigenous plants. It's a...
Yeah? What do you want? Yeah? What do you want? So you got a shoe. What about it?
I found it in the flower bed by the crime scene. Have you seen it before?
You implying it's mine or something?
I'm merely asking if you've seen this shoe before.
Well, hey, yo, you put it that way, no. I ain't seen it before. Unless, of course, it was on some babe's foot.
Babe's foot? Could you clarify that for me? What babe?
Shit, man. There's so many coming and going all day and night. I mean, who knows their name?
What exactly do you wish to notate? Notating that a lady's shoe was found near the crime scene could be important later.
Yeah? What do you want?
Hello, I'm Detective Carey, Homicide LAPD. I'm here to speak with Yo Money. Is he available? Is Yo Money available? I need to speak with him.
Come on in. Yo Money's been wanting to talk to you cops.
Well, look who's here, our representative from the police department. It's about time you got here. Have you seen the mess out in our lawn? Do you have any idea what kind of field day the press is having with this? Do you have any idea what this is doing to record sales? A dead cop on our lawn. What the hell are you doing about it? I think you people planted that dead cop on our lawn. Probably knew something he shouldn't. And what better way to diffuse attention than to dump him on the lawn of a controversial rapper? This is such bullshit. I want that yellow tape off our lawn immediately. I want the persons responsible to own up. If this screws sales on Money's record, I swear I'll make sure some butt is kicked. Knock this crap off. Quit calling us. Oh yeah? Bullshit?
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Menthol Garden cigarette, taken from the ashtray at Yo Money's house.
Yeah, you want something?
I was wondering if I might speak with Yo Money once again.
All right, but this time, mind your manners.
Money, this shoe was found in your front flower bed. Do you know where it might have come from?
Well, lots of booty coming and going around here.
Could you clarify yourself, Money?
Ladies, babes, booties, strippers. Say, man, women. We got lots of women coming in and out of here.
Hello, Money. Sorry to intrude.
Yo, man, what's your business?
Money, who discovered Officer Garcia?
Yo, my man, he was just there. Who knows? We all found him. Danny D saw him. I saw him. He was just there, man.
Money, the body was found around 4 or 5 a.m. Had you been out the evening before, or were you home?
At a house party. Some girls in, you know, a little party.
Were you familiar with all the guests, or were there people here you didn't know?
Yo, I don't take the strangers, man. We had some girls in, for my bros. A little entertainment. Me and Nicolette, we was mostly upstairs. The party, it's one of those perks of working for me.
Money, your music is controversial. Do you know of anyone who would want to harm your reputation further?
Shit, man. Everybody's got enemies. Ain't no different with me.
Well, have you recently experienced any problems through the mail, telephone calls?
There's this Nazi dude. Doesn't like to see a brother doing well. Sends me shit in the mail, a real asshole. His name is Walker. Dennis Walker.
What can you tell me about this Dennis Walker?
He's a racist asshole. For a while, he was driving by, hollering shit at my house. I got a restraining order. I still get shit in the mail. Ends up in the trash. Yo, man, he was arrested for trespassing on my property a while ago. Shit, he's a boil on a pig's butt. Oh, sorry, man, no insult intended.
None taken. Do you recognize this shoe? I found it in the flower bed out front.
What are you saying? I'm some kind of cheap cow? Where do you get off?
No, I didn't mean to insult you. I found this in close proximity to where the body was found.
Well, it's not mine. I wouldn't wear such a cheap piece of trash. If you're gonna insult me, you better leave now.
You attach your Parker Center ID to your... You press the button to call the elevator. You select the 3rd floor as your destination. To access the computer,
Here you go, Hal.
Sure, Junior.
you call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination. Entering the morgue always provides...
Hi, Detective Carey. No time to say hello, Detective Carey? Wow, you must be real busy. You can go on in, Detective Carey. Someday I'd like to be a movie star. Wouldn't that be fun? I think of water as my friend because there's so much you can do with it. You can boil it and freeze it. You drink it and wash with it. Water's really wonderful. I always get confused if there's 48 or 50 states in America, and then there's Guam. I don't get Guam. Sometimes I like to sleep standing up and pretend I'm a horse. You know, Detective Carey, I have a hangnail. It's really awful. Did you know that I can gargle and sing at the same time? Did you know that when people say it's raining cats and dogs, that it's not really raining cats and dogs? It's just a phrase. Did you know that once I sang the Star-Spangled Banner in a talent contest? Well, I did. I just love your suit. Sometimes, Detective, I sing in the car. I can count backwards from 100. It's kind of hard, though. Someday, I'm going to visit a foreign country. I hear Hawaii is really nice. You know, sometimes I wish I was an astronaut. Detective Carey, did you know that Russell Marks gets all his corny jokes from Cynthia Joseph? It's really hilarious. Sometimes I like to sleep standing up and pretend I'm a horse.
Hello, Detective Carey. How can you tell when someone's been choked to death instead of by accidental ligature strangulation?
I don't know.
By the occluded blood vessels and thyroid fracture. Go right in, Detective.
Hello, John. John, why don't you join Chester and me at the shortstop tonight? I'll buy you a cold one. You look like you could use it.
Thanks, Sam. It sounds good. I'll try and make it. Sam, what can you tell me about Garcia?
Just about anything you want to know pertaining to how he was killed. The who and the why are up to you.
Has the autopsy been performed?
Yes, it has, John. Garcia was tortured the same as Hickman. Injection marks in the upper left arm, irregular cigarette burns to the face and upper torso, missing extremities, this time toes, glued orifice, this time the mouth, and a ruptured gastrointestinal lining. Your killer is getting more brazen, John. Garcia was able to watch as he was tortured. He could not utter a sound, but he could witness his slow death.
In your opinion, Sam, what's the cause of death?
I have to believe it's poison, although there are none of the telltale signs one expects to find, such as colored sputum, vomit, or odor. We might be dealing with something we do not yet have a test for.
Was there lividity on Garcia?
Yes. Once again, there was primary and secondary lividity. Primary was located on the buttocks, secondary on the upper back and shoulders. I would venture to say that Garcia was tortured and killed while sitting up, left for a while, and then moved. Your killer has transportation, John. He could strike anywhere.
Sam, what are the distinguishing physical marks?
The body had restraint marks on the wrists and ankles. I was able to lift fibers from these areas. I sent them over to SID for analysis. There were bruises behind the shoulder blades that lead me to believe Garcia's arms were tied over his head.
Sam, what are the distinguishing physical...
The body had
How about a toxicology report, Sam?
Body fluids were taken and sent to SID. They're running every poison test known to the scientific community.
The burn marks, they're consistent with a cigarette burn?
Yes. I was able to lift ash samples out of the burned skin. I sent them to SID for analysis.
What about fibers or hairs, Sam?
As with Hickman, there were fibers at restraint points. However, I found additional fibers and ash in the hair. The fibers were red, and I would venture to say the ash came from cigarettes. Both samples have been sent to SID for analysis.
What about fibers or hairs, Sam?
As with Hickman, there were fibers at restraint.
Is there anything else, Sam?
Well, yes. Neither Hickman nor Garcia had food residue left in what once was their stomachs. That's rare. There's almost always residue. I might mention to you that Garcia's mother came down to claim the body and pick up any personal effects. Apparently no one had mentioned that her son was found naked. When I told her, and that consequently there were no personal effects to speak of, she went ballistic. A word of warning, John, I think she's gunning for you next.
You open the door and head to the lobby.
Goodbye, and have a nice day, Detective Carey.
Hello, Mrs. Washington.
Detective Carey, hello.
How are you today, Mrs. Washington?
A little down, Detective.
Hello, Lysandra.
Do you want to know a secret? I see a real pretty lady in the alley. I seen her when my brother was dead.
What was this lady doing, Lysandra?
She was smoking.
Lysandra, what did this lady look like?
She was pretty. And she had pretty clothes.
What was she wearing, Lysandra?
A pretty red dress.
The information about the woman in red might be important if it's true.
What was...
A pretty...
Lysandra.
She was pretty.
Mrs. Washington, if there's anything the department or I can do, please call.
There's nothing anybody can do. Nobody can bring my son home.
You notate the general description of the apartments.
Yeah?
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD. Are you Dennis Walker?
Yeah?
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, come on in.
Dennis, you know a man by the name of Yo Money. He has a restraining order against you. Is that correct?
I can't hear ya! Leave my fucking...
Freeze! Hands in the air. Keep them where I can see them. Drop the knife. Put your hands behind your head. Turn around. Drop to your knees. Now! You have the right to remain silent. Whew, that girlfriend of Walker's is something else. Tough for being so petite.
Hell, Junior, all women are bears, goddamn grizzlies. But if you thought that little tomato was tough, wait till you meet Garcia's mamacita. Now that's one tough bitch. She's in giving the lieutenant an earful right now, poor son of a bitch.
I am Rosa Garcia. Are you the detective investigating the death of my son?
Yes, I'm Detective John Carey. Let me extend my sincere sympathy for your loss, Mrs. Garcia. I didn't know Renee personally, but I...
Well, I knew my son, Detective, and he was a good boy. He lived at home with me. He helped me with my errands. He went to church. I have been told by your lieutenant and the coroner that Renee's poor body was found exposed. I want the person responsible for doing this to my son caught and punished.
Yes, Mrs. Garcia, I understand.
Do you understand, Detective? Do you have a son?
Well, no.
Well, then you do not understand. Rene helped to take care of me. I have heart trouble. I cannot do heavy lifting. Rene cleaned the house. She did the laundry, cook our meals. Maybe he once in a while would go to a movie, but he did not date any of those fast-talking modern-type women. He was waiting for a good girl. He was saving himself. And for what? For some pervert to strip him, murder him. You find who did this to my son. Find who killed my son, my beautiful son.
I see what you mean, Hal.
Yeah, she's got one hell of a personality, huh, Junior?
It's your very own desk. Leave your blood. There's nothing much in there, just old memos. You take a 3.1. Your report can fit on the form you are. Those two. You complete the report on Wendy James' arrest and attempted assault on an officer. Standard. A more...
Here you go, Hal.
Sure, Junior.
You call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination. You turn the knob and open the door, Detective.
Howdy, cowboy. Heard about it last night. Quite a gunfight.
How are you, Bert?
Well, cowboy, I ain't complaining. Life's good. Hey there, partner. What you reaching for? Hey there, partner. Hey there, partner. Hey there, partner. Whoa there, partner. You ain't ready for the range yet.
What's new, Bert?
Oh, not much, partner. Y'all come down once a month. Seems everything's pretty much same as last time. Hey there, partner. Hey there, partner. Hey there, partner.
You fill the form out according to department specifications. Qualification form, thicker than... Double check.
Filled out and ready to go, Bert.
Thank you, partner. Thank you, partner.
You pick up the headgear.
Officers, take your... Officers, headgear on. All firearms to low ready.
No need to reload. Your Beretta...
Phase 1 to low ready. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for phase 2.
You load your Beretta.
Phase 2. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for phase 3.
You load your Beretta.
Phase 3. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for phase 4.
You load.
Phase 4. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for phase 5.
You load your Beretta.
Phase 5. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for phase 6.
You load your Beretta.
Phase 6. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Holster all firearms. That there was some shooting, cowboy. Thank you, partner.
Knocking seems less intrusive than ringing the doorbell.
Hello, John. Won't you come in? It's nice of you to stop by, John. I'm sorry you missed the funeral.
Catherine, I wasn't informed about the time. I wanted to be there.
I understand, John. I know how busy you are. I heard about the shooting you were involved in. When I realized you weren't there today, at first, maybe you'd been hurt. Then the chief told me you were fine. I was worried.
Thanks for your concern, Catherine, but you don't need to worry about me. I should have called or...
Oh, no. I know how you guys work. It's your life. I understand. I was wondering how the investigation was going. Nobody would really tell me very much today. I guess they didn't want to upset me.
Well, there's good news. Bob's name has been cleared of any wrongdoing or involvement with the Washington boy's death. Bob's gun was retrieved and ballistics testing cleared it as the murder weapon. However, new evidence suggests that Bob's death is unrelated to the alley incident. It appears we might have a cop killer on our hands.
Oh, John, that's horrible. Really horrible.
Catherine, I know this is a rough time for you, but I need to ask you to think back to the night of the murder. Can you think of anything out of the ordinary happening that night? Any phone calls, anything Bob might have said? Did he mention anyone, maybe a name you're unfamiliar with?
Bob and I had an argument. He went out, John. I don't know where he went or if he saw anyone. Thing is, he didn't take our car. I don't think anyone picked him up. I mean, we started arguing and the whole thing just blew up. He was gone before I really had a chance to understand what happened.
Can you tell me what you argued about?
We fought over his drinking. Everything was manageable until he started taking sedatives to calm down from work. The combination made him mean. He'd yell at Valerie and me for no reason. That's how he left when he went out that night. He'd been drinking and taking pills. John, I sent Bob out there to be killed. It's all my fault.
You're wrong, Catherine. It's not your fault. Someone took Bob's life, and I'm going to find that person.
John, I sent Bob out there to be killed. It's all my fault.
You're wrong.
John, I'm going to be gone for a couple of days. I'm taking Valerie to my mother's. I think she and I could both use some rest. I'll call you when we get back.
Have a safe trip, Catherine.
Thank you, John. Thank you for coming by.
I'm here to tell you, the cops are dogging this investigation.
Believing that the discovery of murdered police officer Rene Garcia earlier this week is a vicious plot manufactured to discredit him and his music, rapper Yo Money denies any relationship between the lyrics in his music and the increasing violence against the police. Officer Garcia's murder brings the toll to 2 Los Angeles police officers slain this week. Whether the LAPD is being targeted, or as Yo Money believes a group is out to discredit his music, one thing is clear. The Los Angeles police are not able to protect themselves from this rash of violence. My question is, if the LAPD can't protect themselves, how can they protect us? I'm Christy Bilden, reporting for KKAT.
Ah, you bitch! What is she, though? Yeah, I got a safety right here.
Here's the cold one I promised you, John. Enjoy.
You look really nice tonight, Chester.
Are you saying that because I usually don't look nice, Carrie?
Sam, how many autopsies do you think you've performed?
John, I have been in the autopsy business for over 13 years. There is no honest way I could tell you off the top of my head. Let's just say better than 5,000.
Chester. What kind of name is that?
A last name, Carrie.
Do either of you realize that you both have gender-based last names, and that they're cross-gendered to your own sex? It's a rather pedestrian observation, I realize, but true.
Sam, sometimes it's so obvious you're Mensa.
Chester, how come you became a cop?
Same reason as everyone else. My father was a cop. Rampart Division.
Sam, what do you like to do in your free time?
Well, John, I'm quite mesmerized with my personal computer. Did you know you can make spreadsheets, write letters, and play games on them?
Chester, how come you became a...
Same reason.
Gary, the mayor has requested your presence at a city council meeting first thing tomorrow. I want you out of here tonight before you have too much to drink. I need you alert and articulate tomorrow. And you, Chester, what are you doing here consuming alcoholic beverages in your uniform? I should slap you with a 181 personnel infraction. I want both you and Carrie to pick yourselves up and go home. And remember, Carrie, tomorrow, City Hall, 9 a.m.
I guess it's time to pack it in, guys. See you later.
Gary, another body was brought in this morning. Same M.O. This time it isn't an officer. It's a female. Current status, Jane Doe. She was found in Griffith Park. The mayor and the city council want to ask you a few questions. Get up there, and remember, do not divulge anything that could harm this case.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see Detective Carey has been kind enough to attend this session. Detective Carey, please step up to the podium. Detective Carey, please step forward.
Detective Carey, my constituents are frightened and want answers. What is the status of your investigation?
Councilman De La Cruz, certain aspects of the investigation cannot be discussed publicly without jeopardizing the case. However, I can assure you that the investigation is making progress and that the department is providing 100% backup and support.
Hey, Carrie, if the cops can't protect themselves, how are they going to protect me and my family?
Detective, we need protection. What are the police doing about that?
Detective Carey, I own a business, and I'm afraid to stay open at night now. Is the police department stepping up patrols?
Carrie, are my children safe? How do I know this murdering wacko isn't a cop?
Detective Carey, Christy Bilden with KKAT. What can you tell us about the body found in Griffith Park this morning? From what we understand, the victim was not a police officer, which would indicate that this killer is not necessarily targeting one group. Your comments, please.
Miss Bilden, I was briefed about the homicide just this morning as I entered this council meeting. I have not yet been able to confirm or refute its relationship to my current investigation.
Mr. Mayor, I think this city is going to hell. As a business owner, I'm confronted with vandalism and theft every day. Now I have to worry about some crazy cop killer? I mean, what's this city coming to?
Detective Carey, 2 Los Angeles police officers have been killed in as many days. The citizens of this city are in fear over the threat to the police and how this is affecting their safety. Detective Carey, what are you doing to find this murderer? And are our citizens' fears justified?
Mr. Mayor, the police department has always had to deal with the threat of violence. Tragically, someone has now moved from thought to deed. However, I do not believe that there is a threat against the city as a whole, or that a random selection process is occurring. It is my belief that the Los Angeles Police Department is living up to the oath to protect and to serve.
Detective Carey, please. Detective, your behavior leads...
Hey, kid!
Detective, we need...
Detective Carey, I own a business.
Carey, are my children safe? How do I know this?
Detective Carey, from what we...
Miss Bilden, I was briefed about...
Mr. Mayor,
Detective Carey.
Mr. Mayor, the police department has always had to deal with the threat of violence. Tragically, however, I do not believe... Drop the stick! Put your hands behind your head. Turn around. Get down on your knees. Keep your hands where I can see them. What a morning I've had. First the mayor and the city council, and then Walker. Geez, the feds are talking to Walker right now. Apparently, he's a real special case.
It's your very own desk. You take a 3.1... You complete report 3.14 documenting assault by Walker. What?
Here you go, Hal.
Sure, Junior.
Hal, what have you heard about a body with a similar M.O. showing up at Griffith Park?
Hell, Junior, it looks like it belongs to us. I wasn't there, but that Nobles was. He knows all about it.
What have you got in the way of updates, Hal?
You're damn lucky you got me as a partner, Junior. I got friends everywhere. I was the first one my buddies over at Hollenbeck called. Seems they got the patrol car, Garcia's patrol car. Seems the damn thing was found abandoned at Hollywood and Vine.
Hollywood and Vine? That wasn't Garcia's patrol area, was it?
Hell no it ain't, Junior. Seems our good son ain't so good. Either that or hell, Junior, he was good at something damn good.
You call the elevator. You select the lobby as your destination. This is the check-in desk for Parker Center for both employees and visitors alike. Someone has left a pack of matches. You turn the knob and open the door, Detective.
Hello, partner. Today's the day. You ready to qualify?
How are you, Bert?
Well, cowboy, I ain't complaining.
You fill the form out.
Filled out and ready to go, Bert.
Whoa, partner. This here's the wrong form. You having trouble seeing color correctly?
You fill the thicker than
Filled out and ready to go, Bert.
Whoa, partner. This here's the wrong... Yes, sir. This here memo states you're to qualify. It's a once-a-month deal, partner.
What's new, Bert?
Well, not much, partner. Y'all come down once a month. Seems everything's pretty much same as last time.
Here you go, Bert.
Thank you, partner.
You pick up the headgear.
Officers, take... Officers, headgear on. All firearms to low ready. All firearms to low ready. Phase 1. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for Phase 2.
You load your Beretta.
Phase 2. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for Phase 3.
You load your Beretta.
Phase 3. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for Phase 4.
You load.
Phase 4. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for Phase 5.
You load.
Phase 5. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Gun to low ready. Prepare for Phase 6.
You load.
Phase 6. Ready on the right, ready on the left. Attention. Holster all firearms.